Yo, 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 welcome back to the Hulaham Hour. I am your host, Curtis Brand. I'm alongside nobody because Nick is sick. Kick it. So welcome back, everybody. As I stated before the intro, Nick is not feeling well, so he is in bed resting. Wish him the best, and he will be back next week for sure. Anyways, with that being said, this might be a little bit shorter version this week, but to stay consistent, I am here for the people. Nick would be too if he wasn't sick. So anyways, moving on. We are starting a couple new segments, and we're going to start off this week with this week's NFL Weekly Dump. All right. That's a fun little thing. Love it. Anyways, Wildcard weekend. Fun weekend. The games, in my opinion, were not the greatest games to watch, especially considering we had football Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. The best game of them all was definitely the Commanders-Buccaneers game. That game was absolutely nuts. But not to get ahead of myself here, I'm going to go review the games and our picks. And, yeah, here's your NFL Weekly Dump. So, first game, Chargers-Texans. Texans absolutely blew everyone's expectations out of the water, I think. Nick and I had both picked the Chargers to win this game. And we were both wrong. Just for the record, Nick went 2-4. Myself, I went 3-3. Dismal wild card weekend of picks, to say the least. Texans intercept Herbert a career-high 4 times in a 32-12 win over the Chargers in wild card playoff weekend. This man only threw 3 interceptions in 17 games and managed to get picked off 4 times in 60 minutes. I find it very disheartening for Justin Herbert. Maybe if Jim Harbaugh didn't kick his ass every pregame, that he might not have felt that. Stroud's looked good. They did. I can't deny that. Really optimistically hoping they go into Kansas City and beat them. That would be awesome. Yeah, so not much else to say on that game. Again, pretty vanilla. 20-point blowout. Yeah. Steelers-Ravens. Steel City. I don't know what you're going to do, but you need Jesus. Mike Tomlin is not the problem. He's not the problem. I don't know what has cursed you guys to have such a hard time with these drama receivers, but, with George Pickens' comments at the end of the season and things, it's just like you can go from Antonio Brown, and then you go to Chase Claypool, and then you go to Deontay Johnson, and now you're here with George Pickens. It's like, can you guys just draft a wide receiver that isn't a complete whiny piece of crap? But anyways, Ravens did their thing. Lamar Jackson looked great. Derrick Henry looked great. It says Jackson and Henry lead the way as Ravens run over the rival Steelers 28-14 in the AFC playoffs. Yeah, that's saying the least. I think they kind of let the foot off the gas towards the end of the game, knowing they were kind of going to win. So, yeah, gotta love it. Anyways, moving on. Moving on up. Sunday games. Broncos-Bills. Bo Nix, you looked like a gangster the first drive, and then I don't know if you, took some Vicodin on the sideline or what, but holy cow, bud. The wheels fell off the bus. The Bills look like the Bills. Josh Allen leads balanced offense as Bills dominate Broncos for 31-7 wild card win. It was a dominating performance. Josh Allen was Josh Allen. Made Denver's defense, that was the top-tier defense all year, not look very good. And, Josh Allen's got a hot hand coming into the divisional round. My prediction's still Bills-Lions Super Bowl, so that's where I'm at. It's hard to knock the Bills right now. They're 8-0 at home this year. It's going to be a tough game for Baltimore, having to go in to Buffalo. But, yeah. Packers-Eagles. Hey, I went into this game a little bit rooting for the Pack just because the Eagles look so dominant. And I'm almost convinced that the Eagles, you talk about drama with the Steelers, but the Eagles are right there. I don't know if when they were the Steagles, if they just rubbed off on one another or what, but you got A.J. Brown on the sideline reading books. You got, Saquon being Saquon, but I don't know. Hurts tosses 2 tutties to Goddard, and Goddard throws 3 stiff arms and leads Packers to 20, or leads Eagles past the Packers, 22-10. I'm still not convinced Jordan Love's the guy in the Pack, but it's not for me to say, and I could care less because they're a rival, and I just don't care. I hope they suck. So Eagles look good. Eagles look really good. They're definitely, I think, going to steamroll this weekend, but we'll see. Commanders Bucks, like I said, game of the weekend for sure. Jaden Daniels leads Commander to first playoff win in nearly 7,000 days, 23-20 over the Buccaneers. As soon as Baker Mayfield fumbled that ball in the third quarter, I believe it was, the game was over. You could tell he just lost all hope and faith in what was going on. And Jaden Daniels is such a G when it comes to the fourth quarter. He's definitely got to win Rookie of the Year. Commanders look hot, but I'll go over this in a minute. But I'm very excited for the Lions game playing these Commanders, to say the least. Buccaneers, good luck next year. Commanders, we'll see you Saturday night. The Monday night game, Vikings-Rams, got moved to Arizona Cardinal Stadium. It was very, very generous of them to do that for them. Bought all the paint to paint the fields, all that. Rams looked absolutely phenomenal. The Lions broke Sam Darnold, and that is clear. That man is seeing ghosts again. Now, granted, I'm not taking anything away from the Rams' defense. However, Vikings just, the stats are there that they played well against shit teams, but played poorly against good teams. Rams overwhelmed Vikings 27-9 in Wildcard playoff game. Moved to Arizona because of the LA wildfires. Our thoughts and prayers go out to all those people out that way. However, doesn't hurt to have that extra motivation to play for your city when it's in shambles currently. So hats off to Matt Stafford and the Rams. I don't know who I'd rather play at this point, the Eagles or the Rams, because they're both on fire and just really, really good teams. So, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So that wraps up a quick little synopsis on the Wild Card weekend. Let's move on to the divisional round, see what we got going on. So, just to kind of go over, because we did so dismal, our brackets are kind of busted. Now, we both still have our Super Bowl picks in this bracket, so it's not broken completely, so we're not repicking everything. We'll have to get Nick's picks from him later. However, Commanders, Lions, I'm just going to start right out the gate. I think everybody knows who I'm going to pick in this game. But it's not just because I'm a Lions fan. It's because it's just the hand of God truth that you have the 30th ranked rushing defense going up against the 2 best running backs in the NFL. Maybe not the 2 best, but the best duo of running backs. I would say Jahmyr Gibbs is the best back in the NFL right now. If they just do what they've done and shove the ball down their throat, the Commanders aren't going to stop us. And then that's going to open up Jameson Williams and Amara to just have an absolute killer game. Best of luck to the Commanders, but I don't think this is going to be a very close game. The spread's 9.5 for Detroit. It's just all signs are pointing. We had the bye week. We're getting a lot of guys back. We're getting Terrion Arnold back. We're getting David Montgomery back. Possibly a couple other guys. It's looking very bright for us guys, and I could not be more excited. That game is 8 p.m. on Saturday, January 18th on Fox. Make sure to tune in. There will not be a single burgundy piece of fabric in those stands. I can guarantee you that. Lions, keep it up. I cannot wait to be watching you in February when you're playing for our first Super Bowl ever. I'm so excited. Texans versus the Devil Worshippers. 4:30 on ESPN, ABC, ESPN Plus on Saturday. Definitely picking the Texans in this. I'm just sick of watching the Chiefs win. wish them the best. But, yeah, man, it's just here's a little stat for you. Lions tickets start as low as $351, and for the Chiefs game, they're $93. That doesn't say something that they – I don't know. The Lions tickets are outrageous. We all know that. Go Texans, go Strouds. But whoever wins this game, good luck against the Bills or the Ravens, because that's a crapshoot who's going to win that game. I think the Lions -1, for Baltimore. But I honestly am kind of viewing this Baltimore Bills game as the AFC Championship game, because whoever wins that game is going to win the AFC. Sunday, 3 p.m., Rams-Eagles. Rams going into Philadelphia. It's supposed to be 35 degrees. It's going to be a cold one. The way the Rams are playing currently, it's really hard to bet against them, but the way Philly's playing right now, it's hard to bet against them too. This game might end up being 9-6. This game might end up being 900-600. It's going to be tough. Matt Stafford, if he plays again like he did last week, is going to be awesome. But we'll see. I'm going to pick the Rams in this, even though I would honestly rather play the Eagles after watching the Rams play last week. Their defense was insane. 9 sacks on Sam Darnold. That's absolutely uncanny. I think Sam Darnold also lost about $50 million on his contract in these last 2 games. It's crazy how this NFL league works anymore. Then at 6:30 p.m. on CBS. Oh, by the way, that 3 p.m. game, Rams-Eagles, is on NBC and Peacock. 6:30 p.m., CBS and Paramount Plus is Ravens-Bills. This is going to be such a good game. I'm very excited to watch this game. Lamar Jackson's MVP this year is no doubt. The 2 highest MVP candidates going at it. I think Lamar will personally win it. If you compare their stats side by side, he's just better in every category, and it's hard to give someone the award when they played the same amount of games and almost won the same amount of games and have, more stats. So the only advantage that Buffalo has in this is playing in Buffalo. Supposed to be 18 degrees. Doesn't look like there's snow in the forecast. However, the Bills are building a new stadium, and they're still making it outdoors because they just freaking live to play in the cold. I just don't understand it. But speaking of that, a friend of mine today mentioned that he read an article, I don't know how true it was, but that the Washington Commanders were practicing outdoors in preparation to play the Detroit Lions. Hey, Washington, Ford Field's inside. But hey, who am I? Probably a fake article. I found that comical, though. So anyways, my picks real quick again. Lions over Commanders. Texans over Chiefs. I've got the Rams over the Eagles, and I'm going to take the Bills over the Ravens. I think Josh Allen gets it done finally and gets to that AFC Championship game. Probably only for him to end up losing the friggin' Chiefs, but God willing, that does not happen. With that, it's a lot shorter of a segment when we don't have 16 games every week or more to go over, 15 at least. It's just been quality football this year overall. There wasn't a team that was 1-16. There wasn't an undefeated team. Definitely surprises all over the league. The one thing I'll say is this league every year gets more competitive every single year. So good, bad, or otherwise, hats off to you, Roger Goodell. You're doing something right because the league continues to get better each year. Please, if I had anything to say, rewrite the rules on kicking next year. Holy cow, that needs help. I think there were probably more touchbacks this year than ever. Yes, there were some explosive plays. Like the onside kick thing is BS. I want to watch another onside kick that's recovered by a kicker because it was a surprise. Like, you just took the element of surprise away from the onside kick, and that's just not fair. It's already hard enough as it is, and then you got to tell them that you're doing it. There's always rule changes. There was the whole rule change about the hip drop tackle. I don't think I saw one thing come up this year on that, which is good, unless the people that got fined for it just flew under the radar and we just didn't hear about it because it wasn't very worth our time. So, yeah. All right. Nick, we miss you, buddy. I miss having the conversations with you. Definitely get better, man. We definitely want you back. Team Hula this week, I guess. not Team Ham. I cannot wait to open this bad boy up when the Lions play in the Super Bowl and drink the whole thing. It's going to be great. And they're going to win, and I'm not going to remember a thing. All right. So with that being said, we've got some promotional videos that we put out. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Visit us at streamlabs.com/Hulaham Hour. We really appreciate all the support and the constant viewership that we've been receiving. Again, hate that Nick's not here, but we want to keep it consistent for everybody. So, every once in a while, if it's going to be just Nick, it might just be me. But for the majority of the time, it will be both of us because it's the Hulaham Hour. We can't just have Hula or Ham Hour. That just don't make sense. All right, so we are going to move on to another new segment that we have started called Burning Topics. I love these. They're so much fun. All right. Burning topics. First one I want to talk about. We touched on the TGL last week. For those of you that aren't familiar with it, I'll give you a brief overview. It is called Tomorrow's Golf League, started by Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. They built a stadium down in Florida somewhere, partnered with SoFi to do so. It is an incredible piece of technology. Even if you aren't into golf, you should have an appreciation for what they've been able to do with that. It's an indoor simulator. It's 5 stories tall. You hit up when you get into 50 yards, and then you go on the green, and the green rotates, and it moves up and down, and it's crazy. However, it started 2 weeks ago. Was a complete blowout. Shane Lowry's team steamrolled Ricky Fowler's team. I mean, it was bad. And this week, on Tuesday, they moved up the starting time, which was very much appreciated, so it didn't start as late. Tiger Woods made his debut with his team. Got absolutely smoked. 12-1. It's great. Like, Tiger Woods on television intrigues me as well as anyone, even if you're not in golf, as a golf fan. But holy cow. Let's see. It was Tiger Woods, Max Homa, and Kevin Kinsner, and Thegala, Colin Morikawa, and Justin Rose. It was dismal. 12-1. I mean, it would be great to have some competition. They also need to step up their game in the broadcasting area. Now, I know this is a new league. Take my notes. I was listening to Pat McAfee talk yesterday on his thoughts, and his thoughts could not have been more spot on with what I was thinking as well. They need to have a color commentator along with a regular guy. They need to have a tag team. They need to mic these guys up, but they also need to have someone that is poking the cattle prod into these guys because they are so stuck in their ways of the PGA of just shutting up and not talking. And that's not what this is about. This whole idea with this is to get them to be themselves and to not act as professional and still enjoy the sport that everyone loves watching them do. They have a great premise, and I know they'll get these bugs worked out in no time, and it's going to be can't miss television very shortly. Hopefully, it kind of seems like these guys just made their teams, so maybe if they get into like a ranking system and rejig these teams or something, but I guess we'll see. The season's got a lot lined up, so when it's only 2 weeks in, but they definitely have a lot of work to do, but it's been exciting. It's been exciting to say the least. They need to step up the excitement level just one more tier, and I think it will hook a lot more people. But kudos to you guys. Wish you well. I'll be tuning in every week. I'd love to get down there and see a match sometime, but one day. All right. A couple other things. College basketball. Michigan State's up to 12th in the rankings. Michigan's number 20. It is so good to see both of them back in the top 25. It's been fun to watch them both. I haven't caught very many games, but I've caught enough to see Tom Izzo's doing his thing, and I love it. He's been doing his thing forever, and he's going to continue to do his thing. But when it comes tournament time, it doesn't matter if anybody's ranked or not. Everybody does well. So it'll be fun to watch both these teams go at it this year a couple times. Really looking forward to it. The Detroit Pistons. Boy, last year was dismal. The year before was dismal. The year before that, dismal. It's just been dismal year after dismal year. Way to pull your heads out, guys. It's been fun to watch again. Cade Cunningham is absolutely a stud. We're up to 7th in the rankings now in the Eastern Conference. We are 21-19. We're 13.5 games back from the Cavs, but the Cavs are on steroids. The Cavs are like drinking Michael Jordan special juice from Space Jam or something. I don't know what the hell's going on in Cleveland, but they got it going on. I'll give it to them. Who'd have thought they'd have been worth anything with no LeBron? But hey. All right. Yeah, Western Conference. Yeah, Thunder, and the Cavs are just absolutely killing it this year. It's just crazy. It's been nice to get back into watching more basketball. I've been a football guy for so long that I haven't invested much time into any other sports, but it's been nice getting back into the Detroit sports scene, especially now that they're getting good again. Timing worked out perfect. Call me a bandwagon hopper. I don't care. Red Wings, 2019. After the new coach, though, they've been a completely different team. I remember turning on the game the other day. It was like 4-0 in the first period. Couldn't believe it. A lot of fun. A lot of fun to watch. Hockey's always fun. Playoff hockey is one of my favorite playoff sports to watch, period, because it's just epic every single game. The fighting and the brutality and the blood and the teeth and the octopus on the ice. It's one-on-one, man. Can't wait for the playoffs this year. It's going to be fun. Hopefully the Red Wings make it. I'd love to see both Pistons and Red Wings in the postseason this year. That would be a great step in the right direction. It's nice. This is the first time that we've been able to confidently talk about these teams since Mike Ilitch's passing, at least the Red Wings for sure. So rest in peace, Mike. We all miss you. Yeah. So I knew this was going to be a little bit of a condensed week this week. Just without Nick, it's just not the same podcast. But again, for consistency, I did not want to leave everybody hanging this week. Between there being shortness in games in the NFL, I don't have Nick's topics, I don't have Nick's picks and all that. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode this week. But I cannot thank everybody enough for all the support that we've received since we've started this channel a very mere 2 months ago. Thank you to my beautiful wife for allowing me to continue doing this every week and taking care of my baby boy, who I love dearly as well. Can't wait to get back inside with you guys tonight. So yeah, I guess with that being said, again, thank you guys all for the support. Visit us at streamlabs.com/Hulaham Hour. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me how wrong I am in the comments. And with that, we will be seeing everybody next week. With that, if I can find what I need, Hulaham out.